Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello ladies, welcome to my spot. The issue of blowing it with Mr. Right always comes up. Ladies, this is a common issue I hear from women. I've been seeing it for a while, and definitely from women. I lost count how many women told me, you know what, they had the right guy, but they just blew it. In fact, I wrote one of my earliest blogs that I wrote was called Blowing It with Mr. Right. And the story was simple. You know, you had a couple together and it was pretty good, but like any couple together, you know, it can lose some of its spark, and the woman has some girlfriends, they saying, yeah, girl, you can do better than him. How many of y'all ladies heard that? Yeah, if you brave enough, you can talk about it. Like, I'll keep the fellas from clowning you. But how many of y'all have heard that? You had a good guy, but then your girlfriends say, hey, yeah, girl, you can do better. You can do better than him. Ladies, probably not. But he's still a good guy. He ain't ugly. He tries to satisfy you in the bedroom. He's probably even pretty good. But then you're listening to your girlfriends or whatever. It could be anything. You thinking, well, I can do better. I can do better. And then, just as you thinking it, that's when he comes into the room. Dexter Goodbar. Yeah, he come up. That dude fine too. He fine. Because you out with your girlfriends. He come up to the club and, yeah, dancing. All of a sudden you at his place. You talking about, I don't usually do this. And all of a sudden he's doing you well. Yeah, he got a cousin of a similar name down in the Bahamas that Eddie Murphy talked about back in the day, Dexter St. Jock. But, you feeling good. But then you realize Dexter a play. You just one of many. All of a sudden you trying to get back with Mr. Right. And it don't work. That dude done moved on. Or even worse, and what I said in that blog that I wrote, one of those girlfriends that were telling her to leave, she could do better, all of a sudden moved in. She came over there. She came over to his house with a short dress on and a cherry pie. It was over because he saw the cherry pie. But then she got on the couch, crossed her legs, had those thighs looking so good that it would make a reasonable man look stupid. All of a sudden, your buddy got that woman. I mean, that guy. That woman got that guy. Yeah. Oh, man. And it keeps coming up. Ladies. See, here's the problem with it. Okay, you might make a mistake, but first of all, getting back with that man is hell. It's hard. It happens, but it would be hard. Especially you roll from that guy for another guy. You get some guys might take you back. You do get some guys. Usually if there's some kids involved, he trying to keep the family together and everything. But those guys are rare, especially these days, especially with the internet, YouTube. Man, please, you got guys with like subs, followers in the six figures telling them, oh, leave that woman alone. Let's just be real. It's in the streets now. It just ain't what I called it a subculture like years ago, but it's becoming mainstream. So the guys, they gonna be like, well, shoot, she for the streets. I'm gonna move on. Ladies, there's only two things you can really do. First thing is learn from if you blew that guy and just blew your chance with him. Even if y'all don't get back together, just apologize. Seriously, apologize. I said one. There's a few things I need to share. Apologize. Just acknowledge you made a mistake. Let him know, you know what, you fucked up. All right. This ain't saying you're gonna get him back, but you don't need to carry that with you. And let him know he was a good guy. Did he do anything wrong to you? No, it was you. So you need to acknowledge, you need to be accountable for that. I know that's a dirty word for some, but you need to be accountable and responsible. You made that mistake. Then you need to learn from it. You need to learn. It's a lesson. You need to learn from it. You need to learn appreciation, gratitude for what you had. Because you don't want to make the mistake again. You don't want to make that mistake. And that's even if you can get another guy. Because let's just be real. Many guys out here big on that whole wall thing. Many of these guys, they prefer a younger, finer woman. You know, unless you can maintain that same shape for like decades, it's gonna be a problem. You know? And then if you can still get a good guy who really care about you and stuff, you can't make those same mistakes again. Cause see, one thing, and this happens with both men and women, but this is a woman's channel, so I'm gonna focus on y'all. Many people, many women will keep making the same mistake over and over and not learn from it. That's why I say you gotta learn from the mistake. You gotta say, hey, you know what? Everything that glitters isn't gold, you know? And unfortunately, there's many older women who learn that mistake, but many younger ones who don't. They don't learn from it and they keep going, or they still listening to that narrative of, oh, you can do better. You can do better, you know, but realistically, have you done better? Based on what? Now I see if they tell you you can do better and you had nothing but outstanding men, you know, and you take a dip down with a man. Okay, I can get that. If they know, okay, you've been with some good guys before. But you can, if they tell you can do better, but usually you can. And even then, you have to ask yourself, with those good guys, how come you're not with them? You know? I remember a woman tried to use that on me. She was trying to say, yeah, her guy was this and that, and he was doing this, and I wasn't doing that. And I just looked at her calmly and said, if he was so good, how come you still not with him? Why are you here and not with him? Seriously. Like, you gotta like really look at all of that. You gotta pay attention to all of that, you know, because you don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. And it's kind of a sad thing. It's kind of a sad thing because I'm gonna tell you what, ladies, I'm just be real with you. Men can get multiple chances with a good woman. Let me say it again. A man, he could be. I'm gonna tell you what. A man could be the worst dog, player, whatever. He can be the worst. He can be the worst. He could be just doing everything terrible. All he need to do is make a change in his life and still end up with a good woman. It ain't the same for women. It's not the same. So, you know, women actually have to be smarter about mating. Women have to be smarter. You gotta be smarter with your choices. Because look, that's just how it is. Because when we want y'all, see, a man can always improve himself. Because y'all don't look at just the physical. Yes, y'all look at the physical, y'all just don't. It's a good. So a man he could be a dog when he's young. He could be a straight dog, terrible. And all he had to do is get religion, something, change up, and there's still going to be a woman that get him. Especially if he's select. That's just how it is. But women, it's not the same. Your best chances are when you're younger, when you're in the best shape, looking the best, which means you don't get as many. So you got to be smarter with how you deal with men, period. You got to be smarter, all right? I mean, and I'm just telling you some real shit. I ain't going to tell you any fantasy shit or anything like that. You got to be smarter. You don't want that Mr. Right situation because it's going to be, if you blow that one good guy, it's going to be hard as hell for you get another one, hard as hell for you get back with that guy. You don't have the chances. You don't have the chances. Very few. I don't care what the woman look like. I don't care. Even like the divas and all of that, they all got shelf lives. I'm just being real with y'all. So really think about it. You get that good guy, hold on to him. You know, hold on to him. You know, don't roll from him for anything less than like abuse, cheating, like the bad stuff. Don't be like, oh, I can do better. He treating you well, but you thinking you can do better. All right. And I'm just telling y'all some real stuff. Y'all gotta be smarter out here. All right. So anyway, that's all I got for today, ladies. Heed my words though, and get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.